My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Against the Storm. Here is our silly settlement. We've still got a couple of missions on the go. We've got serving ale for 60 leisure fulfilled, although we do have a leisure fulfilling facility here in the forum. So we'll only need ale production in order to get that online. We would also like to have a market as well as a little bit more amber in order to complete charity fair and cut into 3 dangerous glades. The big problem with playing with fire is we do not know which of these glades will be dangerous, as we also have the cursed battlefield modifier, which makes all glades of even size and impossible to know the danger thereof. What we're largely exploiting in this run right now is the grain bags, as well as 1 mold supply that we got from a order, giving us a stack of 3 mold supply that is +4. Sorry, so 3 in addition to the other mold supply that I got, making us +4 to grain production. And that gives +4 to the default 8. 8? I think it's the default 8 that you would make in a small farm. And then on top of all of that, we have the final modifier here, reinforced tools, so +50% to the amount of goods produced in the small farm, giving us the ability to run basically our entire economy off of wheat. So we use that grain in order to make flour. We also use that grain in order to make oil. We also use that grain in order to make meat, leather, and eggs. So we can provide a real breadth and diversity of resources with just that. What are we really facing at the moment? We're in Storm. So Cloudburst has taken root, but I believe we did have enough coats to pay for it. We've got a little bit of hunger on a couple of characters, but it's okay. We are making biscuits at a reasonable rate at the moment. Lower resistance in our hearth at the moment, but we also do have 3 blight workers who will be able to take out the blight rot before it manages to do anything to us. Discovering a glade during the storm will decrease global resolve by 10 for 3 minutes, so we're definitely not going to be doing that. So I mean, really, what the game is telling me is, here, have some free time to do with whatever you need. I'm going to see if there's any harpies that I can free up more easily. There are not. Excellent. Well, I'm going to put some beavers into the manufactory here and start using some packs of provisions. Actually, you know what? I'm also going to stack this second ranch now, so that we can try and keep 100 on all of these resources. There's no reason for me not to just use as much grain as possible, because I am going to be generating more and more and more in a ridiculous fashion. We truly have way too much grain. It would easily justify, almost at this point, I think, just starting to make a bunch of packs of crops in order to just sell those packs of crops on market for a good price. I feel like at the end of the last episode, I had so little direction with this build and this run, but right now, all I see is possibility. Do we have a second? No, we do not have a second building yet to put down, that being a second service building I was looking for there, for the ability to take a second hearth up to a new level. I mean, honestly, all we really have to do is try and find as many jobs as possible for the final 12 people here that are not woodcutting, because I can't get above Devastating Storm, but I think I can stock like 1 full camp of woodcutters right there. I legitimately think I have actually the ability to put exactly 1 more woodcutter in. Yep, and it doesn't even trigger Devastating 5. So Devastating would be activated in literally 1 more point of hostility would activate -20 global resolve. We're just dodging that here. Packs of luxury goods. Don't need any of those at the moment. Do I want to make an excess supply of oil? The fact that oil can be made at 3-star with grain does almost make me wonder if I want to have global production speed up at all times. I rarely ever sacrifice oil, but if I sacrifice 15 oil every minute, I get global production speed increased by 25%, right? So let's see, could I even keep this neutral? So we produce 5 oil in 33 seconds, but each of these characters is going to do that. So it's 15 oil in 33 seconds. So in a minute, we're generating about 30 oil, it looks like. And that 30 oil is costing us 12 grain. Okay. 30 oil in a minute is enough to run 2 stacks of sacrifice oil at all times for global production speed increased by 25%, 2 times, so 50%. But that will increase the speed at which we make the oil in the first place. I'm gonna try something here where I just turn full sacrifice of oil on at all times and we just see how it goes. What if it's sick? It seems to me like it might be. Harpies, I see. You don't seem to think the world's as thrilling as I do here. You know what we might also need here is a second apothecary? The big problem with the second apothecary is the lack of enough roots to really justify it. Where can I find more roots? I mean, it's not like roots are my only option, but it's roots or berries or herbs. And I don't believe I have berries or herbs on the map at the moment, so yeah, it's just the roots for me. Just the roots, please. Sorry, I was trying to think of a punchline to that joke, and the only one I could think of was really mean to Jimmy Fallon. Made me laugh anyway, though. I'm keeping it to myself. If you can't say anything nice, say nothing at all. Harpies. What can we do to resolve your dramatic here? This is, I mean, look, I could just sacrifice some wood. I can also take like all of my woodcutters off of their jobs right now as part of that, right? Because this is now 51. Yeah, so I need to take 1 more woodcutter away and then sacrifice 1 stack of wood in a minute, and that will give the harpies enough resolve to not run away. Thanks for sticking with me, harpies. I cannot wait to see if this oil strat really pays out. Oh boy. Well, it was 21. Takes 21 seconds to make that oil. Hang on. Excuse me? It took 33 seconds before. Oh, okay. So this is not global production speed is increased by 75%, I don't think. Unless maybe it's stacking above other modifiers I already have in this area. Oh yeah, I mean, we have 30% extra to global production speed. I don't know how these are stacking. Like, I would assume this says, you know, 10% to global production speed, there's 3 stacks of this. This says 25% to global production speed, there's 3 stacks of this. So I would assume that we would have 105% additional speed. I guess the base version of this wasn't 33 seconds. It was whatever less than 30 or 30% less than that is. This just seems like maybe it should be lower, is all I'm saying. Seems like theoretically it could be lower. Oh no! I still had the ability to trade during that storm! If only I had remembered. Alas, here I will have the opportunity to, oh my god, the smoldering city will accept meat or water skins. I can make those so very effectively. Please give me but a moment to do so. Supply, wait, hang on, no, I have a leather worker. Leather worker, make us some leather. I'm also going to quickly stop sacrificing the wood and restock all of the woodcutter camps with the woodcutters. I believe there's, yeah, 1 more camp up there that is not yet stacked. That's because the manufactory down there is being stacked instead. So I've got 2 humans free at the moment. Don't think they're necessarily relevant. Okay, so I mean, 84 oil. I think we're holding relatively even on that. Oh, Do I have a harpy in an area I can clear out? Not necessarily. Fine, we're getting a human in the leatherworking. And yes, use meat. I'm kind of surprised that the ranchers are not keeping us up with the amount of meat that I really need. Oh, Renwald Redmane has arrived. Welcome. I still don't have any other sales that I can make at the moment, but I think in, 1 minute and 10 seconds, which is, yes, before you leave, I'm gonna get another 40. Plus 3 to biscuit production. Yes, buddy. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Plus 3 to humans resolve across the board. I just like to buy any of the ones that are just plus resolve across the board. Seems good to me. Gain 3 wine for every 15 ale produced. Seems a good way for me to get wine if I don't end up deciding to focus on it at all. I think I'm also going to take all of your bricks, because I'm having difficulty making those. That'll just save me a lot of work right there. Okay. Should I tell everyone to, like, prioritize meat? Meat number 1. Make sure we always have access to meat. Prayer book. Scouts work 10% faster on glade events for every firekeeper assigned to a hearth. There's also moldy grain seeds. A new type of grain. Gain 3 mushroom for every 10 grain produced. That would be obviously a ridiculous amount of mushroom. Do I need mushroom though? Guild catalog. Traders have 1 more cornerstone for sale, or allows 5k. I'm going for the grain one. Obviously. Obviously. I mean, this is going to be the best one for us. You know, given that I have like a backlog of biscuits right now, maybe I don't need a second apothecary. Do I have any simple tool production available? I believe I do. Yes, it's the smithy. But that's reliant on copper bar or crystallized dew, and I have barely any copper. Can I make crystallized dew yet? No. Okay. I'm remembering some of the obstacles that were standing in our way last time. I almost want to help out with this building in making the water skins. But it's so inefficient in terms of the oil and the meat, which are actually still pretty important to me. I'm gonna tell you to make up to 50 planks at any one time, because really you should have been doing that probably the whole time. Ooh, okay, we don't have a huge amount of oil right now. For the first time. If I lock up like 3 more beavers in another press, could I keep it active constantly? What if I only have it at 2 stacks? If I can find an equilibrium where I can consistently run this, obviously I'm going to, obviously. Lost a lot of the people that I previously wanted to make into extra woodcutters. I mean, there's some wood and some plant fiber in here, but I'm gonna destroy this extra woodcutter's house. We haven't had any arrivals yet, have we? Weird. Very late in the season for the newcomers to arrive, but here they are. I could take some herbs just to have a little bit of a push. I feel like I want more harpies than anything else a lot of the time right now, so I'll take the one with 2 harpies. Our happiness on the humans and harpies, in fact, are high enough that we will eventually just get the extra blueprint reward that we're looking for here. In order to get for us another level. Another blueprint. Gotta remember to check back in... Yeah, in 3 seconds. Oh. And before the end of this season to make sure that I send off the next trade routes. it goes. All right, Reynolds, is there anything I actually want to also clear out here? I could just buy a bunch of jerky and biscuits for everyone. Make a little bit of a backlog. Is that ever going to be a bad idea? I can't think of a reason it would be. Unless I need to keep this money for re-rolling. That is the alternative, right? Holding on to it with cause. I guess I could buy some things here that I then intend to send through the trade route, so I could buy pies to send to Elysium. Actually, maybe that's not bad. So 30 pies would cost us 12. But we get significantly more than that in return. So I'll send that through this trade route. I guess we get 20, but we also get the increase in relationship. Get more meat and water skins. It is imperative. Humans, beavers, and harpies each have one more that we could house. And I could get another hearth up at this point, really. Not that it necessarily looks like it would benefit me that much. Also, speaking of benefit me that much, let's make this trip to this warehouse significantly shorter. Oh, right, of course, it can't go up before that. Got it. Easy. Also, you're making... Oh, that's where all our fuel was going! We actually did have enough oil. I think it's just that we were using it to construct in the Blight Post that was making it look like we could not sustain sacrificing 3 oil at all times. Oh, yeah. That works. Do I have any of these that are not yet constructed? Press leather worker. Supplier. Nope, we're all good on all of them. Keep on keeping on, y'all. Nothing wrong. Now, do I have, like, bad scroll production? No, I don't even have bad scroll production. I don't even have bad ale production. I will take ale as soon as I get access to it, and I will take scrolls as soon as I get access to them, so here's my play. Sure, you can still make the packs of provision, but they're going to be slightly lower requirement than making as many pigment as you can, 150. Just so that I'm prepared for the possibility of getting the ability to make scrolls. And then, similarly, let's do that for water skins. 150 should be enough. Do I have any better pathing materials here? Not necessarily, obviously, the paved road. Just a little too expensive for us at any stone, because I don't produce much of that at all. Okay. These trade routes. Now I can sell 80 water skins for 45 amber. Yeah. As well as 60 meat for 30 amber. I'd love to have another trade route up at the moment, but we do not. It's going to be a couple more stacks of the wealth effect for us for global resolve. Whoa! Speaking of, Guild House! A place where villagers can fulfill their need for luxury. It also gives you the effect of 50% faster arrival of traders and +1 to global resolve every time you sell goods worth 60 amber. The bonus is added retroactively. With this guild house, I'm pretty sure How much have we get, or rather, how much do we get from this? We've had 160, 191? We sold 191 worth so far, so it's 3 at least. We've had the 190 since we picked up Prosperous Settlement. So what I'm looking for is the position for the guild house. Honestly, right there is completely fine. Nothing wrong with that. Then, though, I'm going to want to move as many houses here as possible, as well as construct any of the extra homes I require right now. Don't think, yeah, that's not going to be enough people living here. In fact, we're going to be exactly 1 short. But if we take any more away from either of the other hearths, they will downgrade. Ah, well. That's not going to be too much of a problem. Here comes our next point of resolve for keeping the harpies happy. Clothier, Tinkerer, Workshop, or Tool Shop? I mean, there's some sense in Clothier, but I do already have the ability to make coats for 2 fabric, and I can make as much fabric as I like. I make fabric out of grain, or rather I make grain ridiculously, I make leather out of grain, and then we make the fabric out of that. So we have renewable supplies thereof. We do not need this. I also don't need the workshop at this point. The tool shop and the tinker are basically offering me pretty much exactly the same thing, which is just simple tool production, which I already have. I'm gonna reroll. Granary, Alchemist's Hut, Smelter and Grill. So Smelter would now give me access to copper ore as well as crystallized dew. I could get crystallized dew from the Alchemist's Hut. Also provides cosmetics. Which, do I have cosmetics production yet? Because the harpies would use that for oh, sorry, this is a forum, not a bathhouse. I thought I might have actually had that already. Never mind. But I do have cosmetics production online, which I could have easily checked from this screen. Whoops. I can get ale from the Alchemist's Hut. Sorry, I can get wine from the Alchemist's Hut. I just remembered that wine comes out of ale as well. I guess I can get ale at the worst rate ever at the grill as well. I'm gonna wait for a reroll there. And those come fast and furious for us because of the trade routes making us so much money. I don't want to sell roots. It's one of the only things I won't sell at the moment. Okay, let's stock this guild house and there we go. It is 3. Another 3 global resolve for everyone. Check back with the trade routes. 8 minutes. Oof. Looks like we're starting to run out of oil. What's up with that? Let's get a second press. I think everything's been going really well when everyone's producing it effectively. 75% higher speed. Press number 2. Try and also make that really close to a workshop if possible. Yep. Easy. And stack it with exactly the same priorities as the other. Wow. Oh wait, I am just about to harvest my farm fields, right? I was about to say, my grain is actually going down. I'm running out of grain. It's finally happening. Ron Paul GIF. But no, this number is about to spike. Let's get 2 of you into the press. In fact, I will put a 3rd of you. Oh wait, that's the blight post. Them in the press. 3 harpies in the blight post. I should have expanded in Drizzle, but it's no longer Drizzle. And now I feel like it's too late. Oh, Smoldering City. You'll accept sea marrow or stone. I'll only use those to increase our relationship at this point. I do have cosmetics production. Maybe I should make a backlog of like 150 cosmetics or something like that, because it's made out of eggs and pigment, which I have infinite access to. But if I have 150 of it on hand, then I will be prepared for dropping the bathhouse and just immediately having some extra happiness for the harpies, but also for trade routes. As for the moment, I'll just increase my relationship with the Smolder. The leather worker up here is saying they've run out of leather. Is it? You haven't run out of leather and you haven't run out of meat, but you're stopping making leather skins at this point. What's up? Or I guess, that extra 10 leather just got delivered. That'll make sense. That's okay, that'll resolve itself quite quickly. Again, this number is exploding. Small Forager's Camp has nothing nearby. That is a great note, because that was the one that was giving us all of the extra experience for our grain bags. Do I need those vegetables? Do I have anything else for the humans to do? Great question. Let's get that vegetables then. This should definitely be up to a limit of 25 purging fire at this point. Especially with the faster production speed, I feel like I'm making far more blight rot cysts far faster. Reassessing our luxuries. Yeah, it was cosmetics that I wanted to create some amount of. And eggs are pretty renewable as well as pigment. And 150 at any one time is fine. You know what? I think I get a second apothecary for this mission. I don't think this is one for this apothecary to accomplish. And then the second apothecary can also pivot to start focusing on biscuits eventually. 150. So how's the manufactory doing? Yeah, you're going reasonably. Oh, right, you're also making the pigment for the insects. I forgot about that. Let's get another harpy in there. Hell of a job you're doing. Still haven't gotten any of the amber for this reroll. When's that? Oh, of course, it's going to take 1 trillion years. I forgot about that. You know what? I only need 3. In 43 seconds, we'll get that after the completion of this next Smoldering City trade route. I gotta have the reroll before I go for the next pickup. Okay. 2 more harpies in there. Small herbalist camp has nothing nearby. That's also great news. Can finally get rid of that. That also frees up 2 extra harpies. Where do they want to go? Sure, there's somewhere you can. One in the manufactory, no problem with that. I think maybe I should start preparing some of the decorations. Let's do this. Put some nice flags out in this area. A fire shrine in a couple different areas as well. Excellent. And then the rest of this will be parklands. This area has been too intentionally designed at this point. So I'm bringing it down a couple of notches with some flower beds. That'll work a treat. Supplier, up to a limit of 100 planks at any one time if you would, because it's not like we're running out of wood. And flour? What if that was 200? I believe in y'all. You can accomplish that. Storm's coming in. Should make sure that any trade routes that I want to complete before the end of the season are already active. I mean, save the cosmetics, which I'm not going to be able to do in time because, like, what? Are you going to deliver more than 21 in the next couple of seconds? You are not. I think we're doing fine. Okay, so we're immediately going into 7 hostility here, which is far too high. Gonna take off all of my woodworkers. That's not even enough to get us below 5. Oof. Not getting us below 5 means that we have the -22 global resolve active. Obviously, I am going to negate that by sacrificing some wood here. We have enough coats that I don't have to prevent Cloudburst from activating. So, like, that still gets harpies down enough. Wait. Oh. Are you kidding? Cloudburst hit you? But I had enough coats. 21. I had 50, right? 21, 17. Wait a second. Oh my god. I was just short. Like by millimeters. Buddy. Oof. Start sacrificing 2 stacks of oil there because apparently that ran out at some point. Get 'em, Blight Fighters. Oh, crumbs. Those Blight Fighters might not get them in time. There's like a lot of Blight Cysts to remove to prevent this from going off. Yeah, they're not going to prevent it. We lose a couple of folk. A beaver, a harpy. Another beaver as well. Yeah, that tells me that I'm going to need a second blight post so that I can actually get more harpies out at the same time fighting. All's well, I mean, like a little bit of a rude way to tell me that, but admittedly, probably the most effectual way to tell me. As for consistent production, this area is kind of a hot spot. I'm gonna destroy the insect nest there, noting that if I have to exploit insect nests, there is a far better option. So that I can create this blight facility. Okay, just before the end of the storm as well, let's have a look at our trade routes. Ah, water skins. I sell those. Smoldering City isn't giving me great prices there, unfortunately, but it's good enough. For an endlessly renewable resource on my side, yeah, it's definitely good enough. We reroll here, we get Carpenter, Brick Oven, Brickyard, and Market. There we go. For luxury and cleanliness as well as passive effects, Market Carts also gives us the ability to finish my event, the Vanity Fair out there. Scribe, that's our scroll and ale production online as well. Thank you. Gosh. Everything just came into place, and we are now about to win very quickly. Just you wait. Just you wait. Okay, use leather and pigment. There you go, make those scrolls. Great idea. Then the second one is going to use grain and water skins. Make that ale. Great idea. High level of corruption makes sense. Y'all are still at it. Just keep making the anti-blight there. I'm gonna give each of these woodcutters camps just 2. That's all you need right now. And obviously move them a wee bit as well, because they're not really clearing too much space right now. Jorg has arrived. Welcome, trader. Jorg has arrived with the harvesting crops is 25% faster. Sounds good to me. I am going to want to have 50 amber at one point, but pretty much all of that's going to come at the same time. Very soon, but not now. Bed and breakfast, gain 10 amber every time a trader arrives. Villagers with leisure fulfilled have a plus 20% chance of doubling their yields. I'm going to take that because I am about to fulfill all leisure. I have no free workers at the moment, apparently. Which admittedly does make sense to me. I intentionally occupied everyone. But I should really reclaim a couple for building right now. You know what? I don't think we need all that wood production right now. I'm taking everyone off wood cutting. No woodcutters allowed. You must do it quietly. Ooh, gotta remember to stop sacrificing all that wood as well, and in fact sacrifice more oil, because that's going quite well for us. More blight fighters down in this area. I want to start employing them there, not that I need to. 1 minute and 30 seconds until we get our trade routes in. As well as, at the same time, a glut of additional resolve. Was that it? No. All that additional resolve is going to happen because of the stack of the guild's welfare as well as the prosperous settlement. That has been such a useful couple of things for us to stack so consistently. Where Marquette go? I don't think I'm going to end up with enough people to prosper another area, so... I mean, I guess it doesn't even need to go in a town if that's the case. There, Marquette go. Scribes. Time to fully occupy you all. One more human from something else they're not doing that well at the moment. Leatherworking, that seems great. Yeah. That'll get the market made quite quickly here too. I think I can drop another one of you in the press. Tool shop clothier, cooperage or grill. If I'm entirely frank with you, I don't think we need it. I'm gonna see if there's any benefit for winning with 2 blueprint rewards left over, because legitimately at this point, all of the rest of these are just going to... All of the rest of these points of reputation are just going to come to us as a matter of course. That's just going to happen. So cleanliness is now available for all of our harpies as well. We're starting to get education off on the harpies and the beavers. The humans and the beavers are clothed. Everyone's eating biscuits. Like it's their last day on Earth. Humans and the beavers are starting to get their leisure online. Everyone's ecstatic. Charity fair is finished. We get 30 pies, which is also going to be more food for the humans, as well as the ability to host another trade route at the same time. Oh, really? You're buying grain, Elysium? Here you go. Have 65 grain and give me 35 back if you can. Scrolls? I would sell you scrolls, but I don't need to sell you scrolls when we can sell water skins to the Smoldering City, 75 of those for 40. And we have one more active trade route, so I will sell a bunch of meat as well. We've got 12 stacks of wealth, giving us plus 12 to Global Resolve. We are getting, right now, hang on, 1.61 resolve per minute. Oh, finally, the luxuries come online as well because we're starting to make wine while we're making all of the ale in this area. Scribe, what are you saying you've run out of? You're not saying you've run out. You're saying you've made too many scrolls now and you need to stop. I love it. They produce everything so quickly and so much. We did it. Oh, what a silly settlement that was. But it unlocks for us. Level 14. New Citadel upgrades, as well as the Clay Pit, produces clay and reed, regardless of the season, must be placed on fertile soil. There's also a greenhouse, produces mushrooms and herbs regardless of the season. Regardless of the season. Excuse me, regardless of the season, must be placed on fertile soil. The survival bonding for plus 10% villager speed and 1 global resolve. Small press for 3 oil from every 10 flour produced. That's kind of the story of this run a little bit. Old Fedora hat increases the chance of bringing back twice as much from Glade events by 50%, as well as the chicken or egg. Gain 1 harpy for every 25 eggs produced. We completed the deed, a prestigious expedition. Win a game on prestige 4 or higher. We get 98 food stockpile for our efforts. Let's check in with this smoldering city here. That deed, obviously not going to be enough to get us another level at this point, but what can I afford? Resources sacrificed in the Ancient Hearth burn 10% longer. All of your farms have their tile ranges increased by 1. The ability to take a plantation out with us. Plus 1 cornerstone reroll charge per settlement was something I was gunning for as well. That said, I feel like planks, bricks, and fabric as embarkation bonuses is also something I'm deeply overlooking here. All buildings have permanent plus 5 to capacity. Newcomers will arrive with more resources. You get an embarkation bonus to choose from when starting a settlement. Ale delivery line and training gear delivery line. Scroll and incense delivery lines available on the other line. Oh, man. Every choice is the best choice. I'm going to take 2 options. I'm going to take the special discount, 10% discount on perks and blueprints sold by traders, as well as a permanent plus 3 bonus to arrival speed for them. And I'm going to take the permanent plus 2% boost to global production speed and planks, bricks, and fabric. All now available. And largely that is so I don't have to scroll so far to see all of the different options that I have available. Look, it's a little bit lazy, but it did give me the ability to make a choice. So who's laughing now? Me, ha ha ha, all the way to the back. My name's Rhapsody. Name of the game has been Against the Storm. Playlist is up in the top left. YouTube recommendation is down below. Streaming past all the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Add a Republic thank you. And a special thanks this episode to Moms. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.